Good.
Egyptian event, and the sponsor of the event at the same
Good.
time. So my role is there, and I'm there with people, communicating, everyone seeing. I feel
That's
that
good.
better, and then I'll put the real estate
Yeah.
after that.
Good.
Important.
Good.
Both of them.
And that's amazing. And at some point, when you see that, when you bring the real estate part in there, and what traction you get, and how does that engagement happen, would love to know. Right? We can talk more about it. Okay, guys. So first part is done. Let's quicken up. I'll be very quick here because we don't have the new trap data, but we have the Home Optima data, which we update every day in terms of where the market is going. If you look at the last 30-day picture, the median price, again, this is for detached in GTA, is lower by 0.4%. So basically what we're saying is that the price, if you look at what reduction did we have in terms of the TREB report from, let's just quickly look at the TREB market watch for detached. Anybody recalls for detached, how much are we down from the May peak?
Around 7.9%.
7.9, is that the number? Okay, so May we were at, where is median? 1360 to 1250. How much is that?
I believe
110,000? Huh?
I believe we came at the same level.
No, not at December level, no. We are not at the bottom of the curve. See here?
Almost. It could be 1-2% difference, but almost we are there.
No.
From the map I noticed.
No, okay, let's talk about that. December, we were at 1181, okay? To peak in, where is May? 1360, okay? So what percentage is this, guys? 1180 to 1360, that's 180,000 out of 1.18. It's almost 10%, right? So we went up 10% from December bottom to May, and now I think we have dipped by where are we? 1360 to 1250. That's 110,000. We dipped, huh?
8.2,
somewhere there, 7.5%, but we haven't retested the December lows, and from what I'm seeing, it's very likely we may not retest it.
Picking
I
up
think we are going to go
from
up.
this point.
Except the inflation came in higher today, and it's I think
look at what is reinforcing here. And guys, again, this is a chart that we always look at, right? What is going on here? This is telling us the same story. We're saying the lines are kind of together and crisscrossing again. That means when that happens, obviously, see here, we had the blue line and the top between December and May, because our market is going up, and then they crisscross, the market started going down, and now they're coming together again, right? So we don't know where it will go, who's going to be at the top, but if the blue starts inching up, this is an indication that this is a very resilient market. And the fact that the market has gone up so much in the last 4 or 5 years, it's almost 50-60%, 3 years, 4 years, that nobody wants to sell unless they get the great price. So you're not going to give me a great price because the interest rate is high, I will not sell.
Yeah, that's what's happening nowadays.
Right? So
But the thing
inventory is low.
For example, if there is another increase in the rate of interest, how long people can hold? That's the thing.
So only
there is a tussle between the capacity,
Yes.
holding capacity.
Somebody asked me the same question. The people who are at play, are at risk, is the people who bought in 2022 from January to April timeframe, May timeframe. Those are the real people who are hurting right now. So they had variable mortgages, they bought at the peak, right? That's the worst part. But think about it. Most home buyers, how many do we have in the GTA? Maybe 2 million, 3 million home buyers. Most home buyers have equity. If you look at, like, if they bought before 2021, they have, like, you know, it could be worth $1 million, the house today, a townhouse, their equity is $500,000. Okay. If I'm having a tough time with my mortgage because my payments have gone up from $2,500 to $5,000, for example, do I need to really sell my house for instead of selling at 1.2 at the peak for 1 million? No. I'll go back to the bank and say, can you refi? Give me $100,000. Right? That will increase your mortgage by from $5,000 to $5,500, but now you have $100,000 as a cushion to pay that incremental $3,000 that you were paying $2,500, now you're paying $5,500, so that it makes you survive for the next 1 year till the rates start coming down.
And one more thing, the data Pravesh shared yesterday, the what is the term, that amount is unpaid amount. Amortization principal, yeah, principal is going up. Only RBC and one other bank, they are not Scotia and RBC,
Scotia,
right?
TD.
No, RBC and Scotia.
Yeah, Scotia,
they are not
they were.
building up the principal up, right? But
Yeah.
otherwise, all other banks, the principal is building up. Like amortization is becoming longer.
Yeah, I mean, those are the facts. Obviously, the rates are too high, but everybody, if you can ask everybody in the room, 1 year from now or 2 years from now, will the rates be the same as today?
No.
I don't think so. Right, so and hopefully, I mean, that's going to be a big panic, right? Unless there's a big panic situation, I think it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So what I would say is plan, like the way you want to plan it is what data we're seeing. Let's look for condos as well. I'm curious.
But let's see the coming days, because after the inflation of today,
Condo
the
market is
announcement, so
much
things
worse,
may
especially in Toronto.
change.
Toronto, yes,
Yeah.
but outskirts,
No, no,
I'm
Yeah.
saying yesterday,
Toronto.
condos and townhomes.
Market is
are-
bad. Condo market.
But see,
Yeah.
Toronto, yes.
the condo market has not gone down that much.
Not down, but
Right, so it's not going-
difficult to sell.
Yeah.
I am tracking
Yes.
so many condos for my client. They are sitting on the market, expired, terminated, but not moving.
The reason is you have almost, when you are at that high-end condo market, the 700, 650, 700, 750, 800, you are kind of into that freehold zone or condo townhouse zone, right? So then you don't want to buy this. You know, why you want to pay $600 maintenance?
If you compare the
Maintenance fees.
Toronto
Yeah, very high.
condos with outer market, you will find cheaper condos in Toronto as compared to Brampton even.
Yeah,
Newer
but
condo.
their maintenance fees are high, right? So
No,
it's-
Toronto.
Yeah, but you have to see like
maintenance
maintenance fees is covers
Maintenance
what?
fee.
Because some
Property tax
cover
is lower.
everything, some cover
and
nothing.
maintenance lower.
Yeah.
Still
Is
working.
We have here, yeah,
Yeah, I know, it's not ridiculous.
very high.
So anything that covers all maintenance, all elements of heat, hydro, has very high maintenance fees. It's like $700, $800, $1,000, $1,500. It's like super high,
Well, the ones I
right?
saw-
So, and those condos don't appreciate well.
Yeah.
They are always, there is people because they don't want to pay that high condo fee. Okay, so market, just to recap, guys, what are our talking points? Okay, so for first time home buyers, what's the talking point? Think about it, right? So we are saying is, like, from May peak, right, we are close to 8% lower, right? So for $1 million, it's $80,000. It's a lot of money, right? Or you will never pay that much money in interest, even though the rates stay high. If you think, and ask them, do you think the rates will stay like this for the next how many years? They say maybe 1 year, 2 years. Well, for you to lose this, you have to have the high rates for maybe 10 years or 7 years, right? Which, if you're saying no, they'll be going down in 1 year, then it makes sense, right? Obviously, interest rate hikes are almost over. Nobody can say for certainty, but almost behind us. Get the right home. Here, you are not bidding wars. You're not doing bidding wars, and you can negotiate the price. And the CMHC article that came out, that there's no way they can build those number of homes that they're talking about.
3.5 million.
Because builders are not investing. Everybody is sitting on the sidelines, right? So it's not going to happen.
What are the numbers they need?
Huh?
What are the numbers they're expecting they need to curb it?
They were talking about Ontario will make 1 million homes in the next 10 years.
Okay.
1 million homes.
Renovate
But
3.5 million homes by 2030, right? 2030.
Canada's number, I think it was 3.5 number. But you know, they have been making, for the last 10 years, they made 300,000 homes. And they are saying they will,
Detached properties are like
overall. 300,000. Now they're talking about doing 1 million in the next 10. So it's like triple. So the only way they can achieve that is by drastically reducing the regulations and to put those little garden homes in the backyards of people.
But what's the demand going to be like in the next 10 years? Because there's no way there's only going to be a need for 1 million homes. It's got to be at least like 3, 4, 5 million.
No, you need a lot more homes. They're saying that's the bare minimum you need
bare minimum,
to kind of sustain the population that you're getting, right?
We're getting like 1 million people a year, like every 2 years. I mean,
So the article was that as per CMSC, they need 3.5 million homes by the end of 2030. That was
Okay.
In Canada.
They need 3.5 million.
Canadian number.
Ashish, the other thing, I see has worked with my first-time home buyers even while door knocking,
Yeah.
even to get them started, is like education. A lot of first-time home buyers don't understand what they need to even
Yeah.
start thinking. So even having conversations about get yourself mortgage pre-approved.
Yeah.
Because maybe you'll be a step ahead of the next interest rate hike.
Yeah.
Because they hold the rate for so many days. And these things, they were like, oh, we didn't know. And that's how you get them into conversations with
Yeah.
mortgage brokers and start getting into them. Plus, all the rebates that they get. I mean, not everyone is aware of all that.
Yeah, true.
Education helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Mortgage is always a great hook, guys, to get started, and it will really help, like what Rakesh has demonstrated, right? So upgraders, all of the above, overall savings to get, say, oh, no, I don't want to sell at a lower price, my property is worth a lot more. Well, you're upgrading. So you're going to pay a lot more for that upgrade if you wait for your property to go up.
Selling lower, you're buying lower.
Yeah, exactly, and with choice, right? You're doing with choice. Investors, I mean, rental market is phenomenal. We all know that. Investors also, like you could move them from a condo in Mississauga, for example, that's 750,000 to a detached or semi-detached bungalow in Grimsby and rent both units up and down, or in Hamilton or close to student housing, right? So there's a play there from going from apartments to something which has more land, because land will appreciate so much more because there's no more land, right? And like the other thing for investors is if the market goes back and it can jump back to the 10%, for example, just basic May numbers, if you're going to achieve, right away you're making, in $1 million, you're making $80,000. That's
But I have
easy money.
noticed, as people see, even like now market is picking up
slowly.
since that pause, right, in September.
Yeah.
Whenever there is a pause, people get into the market.
Yeah, they get used to the new norm.
Yeah, and
Right.
if like we expect like this year the rate of interest to get paused.
Yeah,
So coming year the market will start picking up. And from June onward we predict rate of interest will start coming down.
yeah.
The market would be good.
Exactly. So I think we are in a very good place where it's not like sky is falling or nothing. There's no business. Business is there. People are doing business. We know that from hearing to each of you. So keep doing your thing. Keep building that pipeline. And the market, I won't be surprised that in 30 to 60 days we see a strong market coming back.
Ashish?
Yes.
Is there any expectation of the sky falling as a worst case scenario?
Skyfall, no, because they won't let it happen. The moment the biggest problem is the jobs.
Right.
If they jack up the rates and if they see jobs like going crazy and people are just getting laid off left, right and center, they will cut so fast the
We
rates.
just had another increase. It was higher than they expected for inflation, right? So in my head, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way they're going to increase interest rate because interest rate is really tough right now on people, right?
Okay.
But at the same time, they haven't controlled the inflation, which is what is driving all of this.
So take logically two paths, right? So one path is, let's say they do another increase and another increase.
Right.
For example, okay, what will that happen? So what will that do? That will put some people on the edge, okay, and they probably can't sustain. Anybody who doesn't have an equity in the house,
Right.
those 2022 January to May people, they're gonna like really hurt.
Right.
Really hurt. And let's say some listings come to the market, but those number of listings are not significant enough to really change the price to go down by 20% or something. Maybe there is 5-7% correction. We're gonna